Stated mathematically, S plus S equals E, where E less than greater than 0. A pictorial of these two symmetrically reversible processes is shown in Figure 1.3-1. Figure 1.31 Conversion of electric wave E to etheric stress wave S and vice versa. 1.4 Shape power and etheric stress waves. We have now arrived at the point where we can discuss how geometric shapes modify ether and derive some basic rules which fit with observed phenomena. 1.4.1 Shape power of a point. The simplest geometric shape is a simple point, but a point is a mental construct because it has no dimensions of length, width, or height. To have a useful geometric entity that we can work with, we would be talking of a single etheric particle, i.e., a vortex in ether. This has already been partially discussed. What we didn't draw in Figure 1.2.2-1 was the flow of ether into and out of the atom. This is simply a vortical flow of energy into the atom. The more complex the atom, i.e., with many subatomic particles, the more complex the flows into the atom's nuclear structure. On a macro level, for a complex atom, the flow will be oriented in a generally spherical pattern. In a simple atom like hydrogen, the flow will tend to look more like the lines of force around a small bar magnet. Most materials are made of much more complex atoms than hydrogen, so we can generalize and treat ether flow around in atom as generally radial, with flow either toward or away from center of the atom. If we look at the flows closely, we would find that these flows are vortexing or spinning into and out of the nucleus. See Figure 1.4.1-1. A complex atom with many orders of etheric stress vortex flows, lines. A simple atom like hydrogen would have only one vortex line in and out. Figure 1.4.1-1. Cross-section of vortex stress flows of complex atom. 1.4.2 Shape power of a line. The next level of geometric complexity is the line. In this instance, we have an aggregated collection of atoms to form a line, i.e., from two or more atoms strung together to form a line. First, let us consider the etheric flows around two atoms next to each other, which would be the simplest possible line. The etheric flows in between the two atoms would either connect and ether would flow from one atom to the next, or the flows would repel and the flows would squirt out perpendicular to the radial line between the two atoms. The rest of etheric flows would form a lozenge-type radiation around the combination of the two atoms. Figure 1.4.2-1. Etheric energy flowing around two atoms creating a simple line. By adding more atoms to the line, we simply elongate the lozenge of radiation around the line. The net result is etheric flows perpendicular